Hi, you guys. This morning, as I sort of quieted down and sat down and, let the images come to my mind, the one that appeared was the ripple effect, and it just kept going. The circles. If you throw something in a pond, it just radiates out, and so I think there's ripple effect. Then I also drew a few cards out of one of my favorite decks. It's just a beautiful deck and it's huge. But I thought we should begin with that as the jumping off point. And we've got Queen of Pentacles, Judgment, and Princess of Cups, Princess of Hearts. I think a Queen of Pentacles, which could be you, a stable, grounded individual, who looks to me to be a bit sad, like she's waiting for something. And a card of Judgment, which can mean a decision. Do I accept this thing? Is my psyche ready for this? Am I ready for this? Am I stable enough to enter into this new space? And in this one, we see the woman reading the letter. It's Princess of Hearts, i.e. Page of Cups. But here it has to do with a communication, a message coming in. And all we really know is it's full of feeling. And it's something she's considering that may be making her sad. She's looking toward this Judgment card, this need for a decision. And it may almost be that the universe, the powers that be, the things beyond our own waking self have decided already, accept this thing. Give this a second chance. This can be a card of apology, but there's something about the written, it's a long letter. It's not just, sorry for what happened. And the next card up was Ace of Pentacles, that potential new beginning. In 3D, in the element of Queen of Pentacles. I think the letter has to do with an apology, a long, thought out, heartfelt explanation, and then perhaps a proposal for this new beginning, which you're going to be in a position to have to call judgment on. And it may make you sad. You may want to say yes. And are deciding not to. The ripple effect. Let's see how that plays out. So on these, we'll just use that as our jumping off place. The ripple effect. And the only other thing I had written down was a lyric that I heard on the radio on a song. And it was, I'm on the last train running. And there was something about that, like, this is the last chance. 9 of Cups. This is a wish fulfillment card. It can be a card of indulgence, but this person, I think, has everything they want, everything they desire, or at least they think they do. So this letter may represent a wish come true, an emotional fulfillment that makes you both happy and sad. What's the choice, please, this judgment? Okay. We have justice, card of Libra, and we have Tower, both of which came out yesterday. Also Queen of Pentacles, also Judgment and Justice. So we're sort of, it's almost like the ripple effect then. We're seeing the same thing, sort of amplified out. The ripple effect of Tower, something that changes everything. It might be in the circumstance, but it has big reverberations all the way through you, from external circumstance right down to your core. A huge shift that either calls for this decision, this judgment to be made, or just says, never mind, too late. And again, this is a decision, so we have two cards of decision. One to do with whether or not you want to accept this second chance, and one to do with perhaps it could be a court decision. And I don't know if Tower blows up somebody's equilibrium, blows up what somebody thought they wanted. It's a decision in your favor. And maybe it's you deciding for yourself, for your own good, for your own stability, Queen of Pentacles. That too much has happened. Like there's no clean slate. Well, this is a card of clean slate in a way. Like wiping everything away that might have gone wrong in the past and necessitated this long letter. Tell me about the letter, please. It appears to be a wish fulfillment, that something has fallen apart. Okay. Okay. Not sure I totally get that. Lovers, also a card of choice. Card of Gemini, of the twins, air energy, like Justice. Libra, Gemini. This would suggest an equal and balanced relationship. A judgment that's gone in your favor. Okay. Then we have a card of cooperation, of building something together. Three of Pentacles, something, being able to construct, cooperatively, something real. It's not a solo effort. And under Tower, we have Eight of Cups. A card of walking away towards something more emotionally fulfilling. After the Tower, Tower would have ripple effects, and perhaps one of the effects is you walk away. All these cups are still upright. It's not like you're walking away from an emotional disaster. And 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles would imply this isn't only your wish fulfillment, it's the wish fulfillment of the other people involved. Something's gone perhaps in everybody's favor. But as a result, one of the ripple effects is somebody is going to leave and get on a path to a different kind of fulfillment. There's movement toward that. Clarifying Lovers. There's that decision about who matches me, and this person is heading off to find them. I'm on the last train running, and running. Tell us about Tower, please. This is not wanting to, okay. Oh, rats. I feel like we're stuck in a rut like we were yesterday. A card of confusion. I don't know. Tower may be blowing up any hesitation or uncertainty and suggesting, yes, you do know. Here's the epiphany, and it's allowed. And it necessitates or results in somebody walking away, making a choice. Okay, and bottom of the deck was 5 of Swords, which we've had, the last 3 or 4 readings, that card has popped up. Something divisive. You're on this side, I'm on that side. I win, you lose. I mean, it's a little bit what might happen as the result of a court decision. It's a bit of an empty victory, though. Because there's kind of a what now? What next? What do I do? How do I rebuild after this complete, demolition? The wrecking ball. It's what you wanted. You wanted to rebuild. And maybe the question is, how? There's confusion about that. And I could understand that given this card. Seems to me this would cause a Tower. But it doesn't lead to clarity, Sword energy. And yet, Major Arcana card of clarity. Clarity about relationship. That's what Libra energy is. As this is to that. The relationship, the balance of these two things. And it may be that this contention resulted in confusion. It's almost like I'm getting the image of somebody's slapped, and then they're just dazed. They're dazed. Star. This is a card of healing. of being guided to where you belong on that archetypal level, not just physically where you belong, but where your psyche is guided to a peaceful, healing place. That, you know, it's an air energy, Aquarius, but it's sort of it involves grounding your feelings and this inexhaustible well. And I think it may be the healing of the confusion and the hurt. Perhaps through some kind of mind-blowing change. Tower. King of Cups. You know, it's a water sign. It's a water sign who may be confused about what do we do now. You know, it appears to be a wish fulfillment. Both from the personal level, 9 speak to personal, 9 of Cups, and from the Aquarian overview of what's good for everybody involved. And there was that implication there of the everybody getting what they want. That may be what's amazing about this. What's the big shakeup with these reverberations is that this decision was actually a right and fair decision for everybody involved. The ability to rebuild together, not the divisive energy. Great clarity brought to that situation and great healing. We have on the board 3 major arcana cards, all in sword energy. Gemini in Lovers, Libra in Justice, and Aquarius in the Star. This card, to me, bends everything in a healing direction. Bends everything in a healing direction. And it may be that in this contention, it involved ego, the desire to please oneself, 9 of Cups. I'm not sure that's a bad thing. Everybody's fulfilled. Okay, let's find out King of Cups. He's the one who wrote this. It's in Cups energy. He's sending a missive, or is on the receiving end of some sort of letter. What's going on with this King of Cups, please? Well, there's the indecision at a crossroads. So we have decision, decision, decision all over the place. And this I'm seeing as like a split decision. So perhaps King of Cups still isn't sure how to go about this. There's confusion. Oh dear. 5 of Pentacles, being out in the cold, being in a position of lack. Well, that's kind of resolved by this cooperative energy where nobody's left out in the cold. And this is in air energy. Those major arcanas that I just ticked off, lovers, justice, star, are also air energy. And this may be a decision that's made not by despite all of these sword energies, a decision to address this loss of safety. Somebody was put in a position that felt very unsafe, very abandoned. And here comes the love offer. I think somebody, likely an air sign, I'd say, has decided to open their heart and offer affection, support, love. And they're on their way. They've left something behind. They've made a decision to move on from something, a relationship. Again, that this is to that element of justice, of Libra. They may have been released from some, because Tower can be a card of release, kind of violent release, or sudden, dramatic event that like broke the cord. And I think I don't know if you're the sword energy. I think somebody did you wrong. They lied. They fought you. God, I'm getting tired of this story. But they're wanting to make amends. They're wanting to make up for this abandonment. Card of the soulmate, card of the return, card of the return. And they may be telling you about it. I want to come make amends. I want to work with you. It's what we both want. 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. It's our wish fulfillment. And this person may have blown everything up in their old circumstance, and perhaps through some kind of court decision. They may have gotten divorced. And are coming in with a love offer to their soulmate, to a person from their past, a long-term connection, maybe through lifetimes, certainly through this lifetime. You've known this person a long time. And there's a resolution here from confusion to I've identified who it is I love. And I'm on my way. I can see it from above. I can see them the way there, the map. I'm guided there. It's sort of like a celestial map. This can be the energy of the rogue. It is a Page of Wands. I don't know why I say rogue. I mean, Knight of Wands can be considered an in and out kind of teasing. I'm here, then I'm gone. You can't see me. Where am I? I'm running away. This is somebody who's been at it a long time. It's a new path, but they're not in page energy particularly, or they're, there's something puffed up here. Like they're immature, but they've taken a long time to figure out which way to go. And there's something about the layers. Maybe cutting through the layers. This read is bugging me. King of Swords. This is a decisive energy, a decisive air energy in the masculine aspect. Somebody who's made the decision. All these cards of decision. All these cards of clarity about a decision. And I think it's a decision to return to a soulmate and not, being confused about how do I do this? And then getting the guidance from the spirit guides, from the celestial guides. And this can be a card of strategically getting out of a situation that was really contentious. Leaving the field, not announcing it. It's something that happens suddenly. And for some reason, I'm getting the feeling that this King of Swords may have fought the fight for a long time until he decided, no, I need to get out at any cost. I won't tell that that's what I'm all about, but my strategy is, how do I get out and return to the soulmate? And suddenly getting clarity on how we're going to do that. It's decisive. Where did I see? I thought I saw the Ace of Pentacles again somewhere. Well, if so, I shuffled it back in. Well, here is the equivalent. The slow, reliable offer coming. I mean, this took forever and a day. And I think there's an apology for that. Because I think somebody left you in the lurch. They had business to attend to. There's no doubt about that. And it may have been legal business. And it involved the deconstruction of something that was not sound. And it may have been a situation of where there were lies, deception, of fighting. And we have that Page of Cups again. Coming in with a solid offer that will address this abandonment issue. And I think that's why she's been sad. She took care of herself. She has a lot of resources. It wasn't like the rug was pulled out from under her because, Queen of Pentacles doesn't She invests in herself. You know, she's stable. The rugs don't get pulled out. I mean, they might destabilize for a time. You know, she's been waiting for this decision for a long time. I don't know why it doesn't feel done. It doesn't feel cooked. Let's get one more. Is there anything else you can tell us about this event, this decision, perhaps a legal decision that allowed somebody to head toward their Six of Cups person, to return toward their true love, the one they have this relationship with, and they've always known it. They've had clarity about it in sword energy. It's a clear decision. But I think that this person may have taken a long time because they really had to deconstruct something massive that had at one point been secure and then had become too tight, too constricting. They're moving beyond the crossroads. I think they're now guided by their heart. You know, the heart somehow was the tipping point. Being clear about, you know, the relationship. Libra, Justice energy. Gemini, Lover's energy. And they're on their way. Can you give us just one more, please, just one more, like a little haiku, a summation, or something like that? Okay. Our summation. Again, this guy appears. I shuffled this back into the deck. So they're really doubling down on the apology. So much time and investment. And this is a card of reunion, of like heading toward the reunion, a joyful reunion, at the very least, friendship, and an apology for the amount of time it took to bring this thing to fruition. And during that time, you were left in Five of Cups, this place of abandonment. You were deserted. But you were okay. It's like you've always been okay. You've always been secure. I mean, that's an accomplishment given this kind of a shakeup. But it's almost like the shakeup brought the clarity. Or I said there was a slap that left somebody sort of like almost dizzy with the impact. But the end result was of this slap, the cosmic slap, brought about the need for this decision, because there's no going back. There's only going forward. I think it's going forward to, this is a card of 6, Lovers, and this is a card of 6, the soulmate. And I think they're on the last train running. You know, they're free and they can move forward now. Toward the joyful reunion. I think the apology will, at the very least, you'll be willing to meet up with this person to talk about how did we get here. Talking Head song, well, how did we get here? Letting the days go by. I think many days have gone by, but now there's forward movement. And this apology for having done this, having put you through this, but it was really well intentioned. I think this person always intended to work their way back to you. They're confessing it. And whatever happened catastrophically in their lives, perhaps a divorce, it really did work out better for everybody. We see nothing about the person that they are leaving, except it was not a good situation. But all this kind of nasty sword energy is, the slate is wiped clean by these major arcana cards of Lovers, Justice, King of Swords, the Star. It may take some time to repair this, to rebuild. Three of Pentacles. I think it's going to be rebuilt through work and effort. You know, there's a way to work your way back to the reunion, to the joy, to the celebration. This can even be a date. I mean, that sounds so corny, but, you know, you got to start somewhere to rebuild. You know, and at the very least, this is an offer of friendship and reunion. And I think you'll take it, despite the fact that it's taken so long, that it made you sad. It may have, in fact, somehow aged you. This being out in the cold business. You've been waiting such a long time, Seven of Pentacles, for this to get real. It's getting real. I don't think that's an empty promise, but it's sort of nick of time, last train running. Nick of time. Snick of time. Thank you, guys. I did want to mention, it means so much to me to have this in my day. You know, I really feel like I've sort of found a purpose here. You know, for this last leg of the race, there's great connection through this with you guys. This sense of like, not alone anymore. And I hope it does the same for you. I think it does. I mean, we work together. This is good for everybody. So endure the tower moment if it's happening. And if it's happening with your other person, you know, they're going to tell you about it. They didn't want it to go down this way, but it did. It had ripple effects. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. He's coming in to tell you about it. And it may be preceded by a letter. Expect a letter or some kind of communication before the in-person thing takes off. Till next time, you guys. Love and light.